Rising, everybody. I have really bad allergies, and the pollen is terrible, so my eyes are swollen, so I apologize for that. But I love outside so much, I can't stay from being outside. So, despite the pollen, I'm still going to be outside, so it's really my fault. But Grand Rising to everybody. I just wanted to send a video this morning just to talk a little bit about love. And what I'm learning, you guys, is that for me, in my experience, and I think this goes for a lot of us too, just our way of thinking, we are programmed to love on conditions instead of loving unconditionally. To love somebody unconditionally means that you're loving that particular person for who they are at the core of their being. Meaning they're going to hurt you. They're not going to always give you what you want, right? But this also is a person that is placed in your life so you can grow and evolve. Because what I'm understanding is the meaning of relationships is for us to grow and evolve. So in my experience, something really resonated with me yesterday. I was never really given love, unconditional love. So if I was never given unconditional love or taught unconditional love, then I wouldn't know how to give that, right? So unconditional love meaning you love the person no matter what. You know, relationships are hard. There's no relationship you're ever going to see where they don't have their ups and downs. That could be cheating. That could be we know the reasons people break up. Finances, cheating. You guys know the reasons people don't last in relationships. But if you're a human being and you make mistakes, nobody is perfect, right? Meaning we're all a work in progress, right? But we're also on our own journeys in this experience. So with that being said, you may be at a particular place in your life and the person that you're in a relationship with, and the relationship could be mom, dad, grandma relationship, meaning just relationships in general with people. Those particular other human beings are not going to always make you it's not going to be peaches and cream in relationships. And for me, with my attachment style, fearful, avoidant, running, avoiding giving my all, avoiding, really truly loving somebody for, you know what I'm saying? And now the good thing about this is that I've dated a lot of people in my lifetime, but I can't say anything bad about people that I've dated. I feel like I've dated all pretty good human beings, right? But we all got our flaws, man. And that's what I'm realizing. I'm sitting there thinking when you go through life, as a woman and you experience life, whether you dating multiple people, whether you promiscuous, whether you got multiple baby daddies, or whether, life be life for everybody. But as a woman growing up, if you don't have that father in your life to give you the game, to tell you, be careful with this or that, or blah, blah, blah. Or if you don't have a mother to say, hey, this is what I did in my lifetime. Hey, don't make the same mistakes I made. If you don't have those people to give you the game and prepare you for this life, then you learn through life experiences, right? And I've ran from relationships when I didn't get my way, right? So it's like if I didn't get what I wanted out of the situation, then I ran. But I call myself loving somebody, right? So I think we really need to reevaluate what love is, and because everybody have their own definition of love, but from what you know I'm seeing and my experience with love, it's been on conditions. It hasn't been unconditionally. Because if a person don't do what we want, we ready to run, or we got an attitude, or we shutting down. You know what I'm saying? And it's it's not loving them unconditionally, because if we're human beings, work in progress, flawed, any relationship you have with somebody, it's going to be challenging, but that's how you grow. We should be able to take accountability for ourselves and hold other people accountable, be honest, right? Be able to have an honest conversation. Like, if we're having a conversation and you may be saying something that I may not necessarily agree with, we can agree to disagree, but at least be open to different perspectives. That's having a an adult conversation. I think a lot of us are chronologically adults, but we're spiritually immature. I was spiritually immature, so I'm speaking from a place of experience and how I'm seeing myself growing and evolving. And it's really good to be able to sit and have a conversation with somebody. We're not going to be the same. You got two human beings in this experience on their own journeys, their own path that they've experienced. You're the author of your experience, right? You're the narrator of your experience. So can't nobody be the master of your experience, right? But I think we use, we try to forget what we've been through instead of embracing what we've been through and just learning and growing and understanding that we're not perfect, man. You know, I'm just, these breaking these generational curses is something that I know that I'm here for, right? So I did a video the other day because it was on my spiritual video, and just like I just got out of meditation and I'm sending a video right now because the loving people unconditionally, that's not what we're doing. We're loving each other on conditions. And what I'm learning about myself, man, I am very flawed and I'm working on me. And I'm like, dang. I'm just self-reflecting about where I could take accountability in relationships with people, and I see how I could have done better, right? But you can't have a relationship. The relationship can't be one-sided. So it has to, I want y'all to just look at different perspectives, right? There's sometimes when we think what we're doing is right, there's always other ways of doing it. So just be open. And I really stress that a lot, you guys. Be open to other perspectives. Learning to love each other unconditionally, because we're all flawed. Nobody's perfect. We all work in progress. We all trying to figure it out, right? But I encourage you guys to just be open to other perspectives, right? Question everything. Challenge yourself. Let's start leading by example. I'm learning through my kids. They're not going to do what I tell them to do. They're going to do what I do. So I have to be what I want them to be. I have to be love. I have to be peace. I have to be joy. So yeah, I take multiple deep breaths a day because I see my flaws in my kids. So I'm trying to reverse that and break those generational curses one at a time, right? So as always, peace and love, you guys. One love. Like, share, and subscribe.